there. Welcome to this video. This is about my first scan, which is the dating scan, which I had a while ago, like a month ago now. No, 3 weeks. Yeah, maybe a month ago. I just haven't got around to editing it yet. So, yeah. I don't really have any intro apart from I'm low risk. I'm primarily midwife care, and that's about it. So it's a fairly normal experience rather than anything else, if you know what I mean. I don't have any risks for anything. So enjoy. So we're going to our first scan today. It's 12 weeks. And I've realised that like everybody that gets scans before this, they must be going private, because we went to the midwife when I was like 6 weeks and like 5 days or something, and that was like 6 weeks ago. So it's been a minute of like stressing, worrying about it, but we shouldn't have anything to worry about. Touch wood. Is there any more wood? My head. The chair, the sofa feet. So yeah, we're going to that today. It's at 9:55. Strange time. It's 8:51 right now. So about an hour. Joe's been like stressing about it for the past 2 weeks. I'm just not thinking about it. Ugh, this is stressful. It's not, but it is. Like everything is like normal. Not normal. I mean, everything is as normal as a pregnancy is, like as your first trimester is. But it's just, you know, everybody gets a bit of the nerves, don't they? For the first like few weeks, we were like, oh my god, it's gonna be twins. We were just joking that it's gonna be twins. I hope it's not. But apparently, according to my midwife, it's not really anything to do with the males. It's nothing to do with the sperm, and it's like all to do with the mother's eggs, more than it is the sperm, because you either release 2 eggs or your egg splits into 2, which obviously that's nothing to do with the sperm. So that was fun to find out. I didn't know that. I know a lot, but I didn't know that. Like you kind of, when you think about it, when you've been told that, it's like, oh yeah, that actually does make sense. But I don't know, because there's twins on Joe's side, but there's none on mine, just a lot of children on my side. Just very fertile, that side of the family. Joe's side, there's twins. But, okay, I'm just rambling now because I'm trying to not think about it. I'll probably see you after, because you're not allowed to film in there. And advice, you have to buy the ultrasounds. Not happy about that. Didn't know that. You've just taken a picture inside of my womb and I have to pay for it. I thought this was the NHS. Why have I got to pay for it? I will though. And you can only get 4. You can get 4 and you have to pay for each one. Anyway. I'll be getting 4. Okay. Okay. Back from the scan. It's actually a bit cold. Back from the scan. It went well. Nothing of note, I guess you would say. I also painted my nails. It's been a few hours. Painted them for the Cosy Nash, innit? Gold. Nice gold for the Cosy Nash. So it was, you just went in, I just told them I was there. I didn't have to like check in or anything, didn't have to fill out any forms. And then I sat down, we got there when you were supposed to get there like 10 minutes early. And then we sat there for half an hour. Like, I get it, there's a lot of pregnant people, but I've booked an appointment for a specific time. Like, what if I had a meeting? Do you know what I mean? Like, what if I had allotted a specific hour? Anyway, I didn't, because I don't have a job. I'm not employed. My job is the house. Anyway, and then we went in, like, well, Joe went to the loo. So they told me to go to this machine and buy as many pictures as I wanted, and then you give them to the sonographer when you're in there, and they'll print out however many you've bought. It's £5 a picture, and you can only get 4. Bear in mind that if the child in your womb is stubborn, like mine apparently, they might not want their picture taken. I will show you the pictures eventually, but I had to, so like she did one bit and was just having a look at it and was like, yep, there's a child in there, and then did like the heartbeat, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is that? What's that? I was like in shock. I was like, that's mental. What is that? And then she went over to like the side. I think it's like spine out, like spine up from my stomach, like my stomach spine up, or it's like spine to this. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure. It's either spine to my right side or spine to my front, and like feet and everything to my. So this is my stomach. This is its back. It's like that with its head in that down. It's down. So she went on my right side, and this bit was a little bit painful when she scanned like the side, because she was properly going in, like trying to get it to move and everything. And then she was like, can you just lift your legs up and lift your bum up and just wiggle your hips? I was like, yeah. I looked at Joe, I was like, okay. So I did that, and then it moved a little bit, which that's weird. Like, because I can't feel it. There's just something in there just having a little wriggle, even though I can't feel it. Don't like that, don't do that again. So it moved a little bit. It kind of didn't move enough. I think this picture was from when it moved the first time. I'm saying it, because otherwise I'm going to say he, and I feel bad if I say he and it's a she, because we both think it's a boy, but I kind of think it might be a girl as a little bit. So anyway, not the point. But so I wiggled and it rolled, so she could get like a decent picture of it to print off. And then she did like I had to do that. I think I did that twice. So she measured it and everything, and then she did the nuchal scan, or the nuchal test. That's like it's like at the back of their neck. It's like a bit of fluid that's just, depends how, like the thickness of it is, can be an indicator of Down syndrome. Not always, but that's what she said. She's like, sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. It's like kind of like, if it is thicker, it will more than likely have Down syndrome. If it's thinner or like normal, it could have Down syndrome. It could just be a normal baby. You know what I So she did that. That was like she went like over the top of my, like in the middle of my belly, like over my belly button to do that. And then she tried to get another picture again, because because it was being a little rat, being a little stubborn, didn't want to move. I had to wiggle like 3 more times, and then she like wiggled my stomach with the thing. What is that? The machine, you know, like the probe thing. That's what it's called. And I don't actually think she could figure out a decent picture with that, but we did get a picture. And then we just gave her, at the end, I just gave her the piece of paper that was like our ticket to say that we'd paid for the pictures, and she gave us them, and that was pretty much it. She dated it 3 days ahead of where I was, so I'm 12 weeks and 3 days today, which when originally I was 12 weeks today. When do I turn a week then? Is that on a Wednesday or a Tuesday? Is that a Tuesday? It was really easy. I was like going a week over every Friday. I was like, oh, so it's a week now. Now I'm gonna have to figure it out. What else happened? Oh, and then I went back out to get my bloods taken. Well, I went out and sat down, got my bloods taken. I don't really remember what that was for. I think for one of the other screenings, like there was like they screen for 4 things. It's like Down syndrome and 3 other syndromes or whatever. There's like 4 other things that they can test for, but I think they're in a blood test. So that's the blood test they stole from my bones. Not my bones. My arm in there. Little blues. So they don't worry, I'm alright. Oh, you also need a fullish bladder for the first scan, because I've had an ultrasound before for a different thing where I had to have my bladder full, and it was for my womb, but not for a child. I knew I had to have like a decently full bladder, because it's easy. I think it's easier to get around it and figure out where. I don't really know what it is. I don't really know why, but I knew that I had to have that. So I think I only peed like twice this morning. And then I went out before I got my blood test. I had to book my 20-week scan, which is on the 26th of June. Which is fun. That's in 8 weeks. So I don't know if there was anything else. From the scan I had, they didn't play the heartbeat for very long, and it felt a bit rushed, but I know they were running behind. So I don't know what to say about that. Like if you pay for private, you probably get a bit more time, because I don't actually know how long we were in there. I've got no idea. Could not tell you. It could have been 5 minutes, could have been 45 minutes. But she played the heart for like 2 seconds, and it was kind of very much like she did it and I was like, oh, 1 baby. I was like, okay, and then she just carried on. It wasn't like a big deal. Obviously it's not a big deal to her, because she does like thousands every day, but I don't know. I didn't have much of like an emotional reaction. I was just like, okay. And then I was like, that's weird, that's mental, what is that? Because it was like, and then it started to donkey kick me, like it was kicking its legs backwards. I was like, whoa, I did not decide to do this wiggle. Don't try and kick me. I didn't do anything. This is not my fault. Don't try and do the dolphin in my womb. But yeah, so that was kind of funny. But I don't think either of us really had much of an emotional reaction. I think tonight, when we sit down and like look at it and are like, that's in there. Nah, what do you mean? What? Confusing. I don't like that. It's so weird. But I think then we'll be like, okay, we better start getting some stuff. Yeah, so I'll show you pictures now. I'll see if I can block out, what can I use? I'm just gonna block out the top because I don't want to show you where I live or the hospital. But this is the child that's inside me. Every time. It's like now hitting me. But I'm just gonna show you it and just not have a reaction to it. I think it might have my nose. I think I do believe that could be my nose, not Joe's. I said that and he was like, yeah, well, I was like, sorry. Because his nose is really cute. It's like proper like tiny and like a button nose. And let's just say mine's not, okay? I don't hate my nose, but just a baby with his nose would be really cute. But yeah, so that's the child. I think that's its like kind of knee / calf. That's its thigh. This is butt. It's his stomach. I think that's its maybe a couple of fingers and its face, obviously. I don't know. I actually don't know. Oh, don't stalk me, please. I don't really know how long it was. The details of the scan, like the notes are on my phone, because also, okay, another point. I don't know if it's just where I live, but I didn't get a folder, which I was kind of hoping for a folder because I kind of, why would you not want a folder? You get to keep it all in one place. But I don't know if it's just where I live or if it's just post-COVID or post-COVID and like going into more electronic business. But I don't have a folder. I don't have any paperwork apart from the appointment for my scan. The appointment for my scan, I got a letter for that, and I should get a letter for the blood test I just had. That's it. That's all the letters and stuff I've had. So just FYI, you might not get a letter, a folder, depending on where you live and stuff. But it was like so much. Joe was so stressed. I assume he's fine now. But just gotta tell everybody now. A couple of people know. My mum knows because we live with her, so I feel like if I didn't tell her, she'd be a little bit confused a few weeks ago when I was like, I'm gonna die. So just gotta tell everybody else now. That's a bit stressful. I don't think I want to do that. I might not. What if I just don't tell anybody ever and they never know? Is that allowed? Probably not. Anyway, shall I show you one more time? Child. What? Huh? No? What? What? I'm gonna have a mental breakdown now. Let me know if there's any questions I can answer. I'm pretty sure I kind of remembered everything. There's my dog. Hello, Ellie. I'm gonna go now. So yeah, if I can answer any questions, let me know and I will, I'll try my best to do that. Okay, bye.